Hi, Hillary Gushla. I'm back, everybody. Let's get it going. To Lincoln we go. Back when they weren't still on. One second.
That's like looking for your car keys. That's like looking for your car keys in a fish tank. LinkedIn helps you hire professionals you can't find anywhere else. Those who aren't actively searching for a new job might be open to the perfect role. In a given month, over 70% of LinkedIn users don't even visit other leading job sites. So start looking in the right place. LinkedIn, hire professionals like professionals. Post your free job on linkedin.com/achieve today.
Tech scams, identity thieves, data leaks. Hearing about these online threats every day. Total Protection is here to help you live a worry-free life online. What does worry-free mean? Well, it means you won't have to wonder if that text message is a scam, if new threats will pop on your PC,
I'm hearing UAP all the time now. We were trying to decide what to name the podcast, and we came up with this UAP idea because that's the new name for UFOs.
Right.
And I'm hearing it all over the place now.
It is funny, isn't it? How that kind of works out. I guess we made a good choice, didn't we?
Yes, you did. Very good, very smart. I think I want to correct myself. I think last week I said the wheel was invented in 400 BC.
Yeah, I think we said that.
And that's wrong.
That's all right, though. We missed a zero. It happens.
4,000. But how do they know when crap was invented?
Carbon dating with things they find. Who knows?
Well, I just have to say that Google says the wheel was invented in 4th century BC, but that's 400 BC. Well, Wikipedia says it was invented in 4500 BC. I think Wikipedia is right and Google is wrong. Yeah, so it's not my fault.
But that's the question. One of the questions we're going to talk about today in our special part 2 of Ancient Aliens, our Ancient Aliens series that we started last time in episode 9. We talked about all the different things that we did in episode 9, and now we are in episode 10, which again is our landmark episode, and we thought, well, why not?
By the way, 10th anniversary is 10.
Oh, well, how about that? Which is also interesting, because maybe it was used in some instructions. But so we thought, why not, in a landmark type of episode, let's do like a special 2-part series. So today is part 2 of our Ancient Alien series, and then we'll move on from there to greener pastures. But there's so much to cover that we didn't get to cover in part 1, which is why we wanted to split it up. So
I think that everything we're talking about from last week's episode to this one is a roadmap left by aliens for us to understand technology and to understand things that we need to create or to make happen in order for us to evolve.
it could be. I mean, that's one of the things.
And if you're ignoring these things, then you're an idiot because everything is there for you to go.
Pretty much. I mean, it's hard to explain the different hieroglyphics and sculptures and carvings that depict what look like beings that are not human or different vehicles that don't look like from ancient Egypt. Put it that way.
Have people look like astronauts in these hieroglyphs, and you've got stones placed in such a way that we could never even engineer today.
Right, yeah, pretty much.
You need to start questioning this stuff with the pyramids.
At least question. So I think we have pyramids on
Giza.
deck today.
Yeah, they were built for religious purposes, Stephen.
Sure.
Egyptians were one of the first civilizations to believe in the afterlife. This is so interesting. They believed that we all had a second self called the Ka
Right.
that lives within each one of us, and when your physical body dies, the Ka enjoys eternal life. So that's why they put all the stuff in their tombs, so that when their Ka goes out, it's got a chariot, like King Tut's tomb.
Right.
You get all kinds of stuff.
So that was their idea with soul, essentially. And which, it is interesting to look back on this when you start to look at the ancient alien type of theories and history. You do find some interesting things about, ancient Egypt and whatever it might be, but I think that was good.
Now they're all brown pyramids, but at one time they they match the Libyan desert. There's something called Libyan desert glass. It's actually the breastplate of King Tut had a desert glass scarab carved on it. It's made out of desert glass. It's when the lightning strikes the sand, turns into desert glass.
Right.
But anyway, so back in their heyday, they think that the pyramids sparkled because they think they were encased in highly polished white limestone. And when the sun hit them, they shimmer. And then they were supposed to have a gold cap at the top.
Right.
All that's gone.
Yeah, all that's gone. So it makes you wonder again. The ancient question is, how were these things done? And why were they done? Maybe because we've been asking for centuries, how were these
Why
built?
would you build these things?
Right.
Well, they said the massive pyramid was built for the pharaoh Khufu, which I think would be a great cat's name, Khufu. And it was finished around 2560 BCE, which wonders in the ancient world it's still intact.
No Colossus of Rhodes? What happened? It went into Babylon? It's gone. So it's, now I will throw a few alien civilizations using anti-gravity technology as either monuments toward themselves or using alien technology for the purposes of building a power plant. So I have heard different theories that are very interesting, and I know you have some truth here, if you will, or at least something to think about as to how these might be power plants, because we have found different caverns and different hollow parts
Yeah,
by doing X-rays.
New chambers have been discovered.
Yes, these new chambers that would make me think, well, are these chambers for the dead, or were these giant chambers filled with water at one point? That they
Yes,
were using?
because there's so much water in the Libyan desert.
Listen, when you have aliens helping you out, the possibilities are endless, Karen. Okay? Well, I said I was gonna throw this out. Okay, you can throw right back at me if you want. I'm just telling you what I've heard is that these were once used, the pyramids were once used as power plants, which would explain the gold at the top.
Oh yes, very highly conductive. And the hieroglyph of the light bulb.
Yes,
Right.
that's right. So it makes you wonder what were really the purposes when you really think about too how the pyramids, to know fact, are lined up with Orion's belt, the three stars that are visible to us today.
And actually,
Visible then.
the way they were back then in 2500 BC,
Exactly.
it's actually coordinates with that sky.
Exactly.
So the new chambers were discovered in the Great Pyramid recently, and it's inspiring passionate debate between Stephen and myself.
Yes. That's why we do the show.
But the Russians, you and the Russians are together on this because they created a model of the pyramid to measure its electromagnetic response. So they created a smaller version, okay?
Right.
And it was used to see how wave energy is scattered or absorbed by the pyramid. And the group tested the interactions with waves of resonant length, ranging from 200 M to 600 M.
Okay.
What is M?
I don't know, but it sounds like it means I'm right.
It's my guy. And the pyramid's ability to concentrate energy can be recreated on this nanoscale. And the researchers say that the same science could be used to create more efficient sensors and solar cells.
Right?
So in Earth conditions, this could be used controlling the radio wave propagation and reflection. Some believe Giant Pyramid of Giza was actually a large acoustical device, a great echo chamber.
So either way, something that was being used in my book anyway by aliens, alien technology being used to create this for a purpose that they wanted us to use it for.
Yeah, by its size and dimensions, this crystal edifice created a harmonic resonance with the Earth and converted the Earth's vibrational energies to microwave radiation.
So you're talking about Tesla before Tesla.
Yeah,
These were things that he came up with.
but that's according to the Russians.
That's good.
But, there's a papyrus that was discovered recently in Wadi al-Jarf.
Of course, it was in Wadi. Of course.
Al-Jarf. It's the oldest papyrus discovered, and it contains within it lines stressing that the pyramid was just a tomb for the king, and is the only papyrus that talks about building the pyramid, about King Khufu, about managing the pyramid, and about transporting stones by boat from the Nile to the pyramid. By the way, there's many argue from Harvard that the Jews weren't slaves, but if these pyramids were power plants, then where is the text that supports it, Stephen?
Maybe it's lost.
And if it was built as a power plant, where was the king buried?
Well, it could have been both, right? I mean, why not?
Maybe he went up into the sky
Yes, through the gold.
through the
I don't know. Look, I'm not saying that these were actually power plants. The pyramids were actually. It's just it's an interesting thought. It's really kind of intriguing to think about. Where if these were just tombs, if that's all these were, these are pretty grand tombs. I mean, and you talked about taking the stones down the Nile on boats. Well, maybe these were built by human hands, no alien help, no anti-gravity technology, no electricity, nothing like that. These were just tombs built out of good old ingenuity and hard work. It could be, but it could also be the other way.
But they're so precise, and
Right.
they're north, south, east, west. I mean, they're perfectly placed. And some people say that the pyramids preserve technology and also the technology that belongs to the lost continent of Atlantis, or were built by aliens who landed in the first place.
We all disagree on a lot these days, but one thing we can all agree on, no one likes getting ripped off by overpriced wireless providers. Hey guys, it's Steven Diener, and that's why I want to talk to you about Mint Mobile, because they have wireless plans at $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. And there's no catch here. Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they sell wireless service online, which means no retail stores or salespeople. They just deliver premium pro plans directly to you. And I can speak from experience. Mint Mobile far outperforms my old service provider. Put it in UAP terms, my old provider was like that outdated piece of tech, and Mint Mobile is a UFO that flies at Mach 15 with funky abilities. So to get this new customer offer and your new 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/UAP. That's mintmobile.com/UAP. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/UAP. $45 upfront payment required. Equivalent to $15 a month. New customers in first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details.
I've got a lot of grandbabies, like a lot. And when it comes to finding a gift for each of them, it could add up. But this year, while I was making my way through Walmart, I realized I don't have to spend a lot to get the gifts they'll love.
An OPI mini Manny set. I'm gonna do so much nail art. Oh yeah, a Lego set. Might own a water bottle.
Ooh, and that's just half of them.
Shop great gifts they're sure to love for $25 and under at Walmart.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that can expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed with your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/podcast. Supply.
Perfect gifts? We've got them at Nordstrom Rack stores now. Of Nike, Barefoot Dreams, Kate Spade, New York, and more. Find everything on their wish list all in one place.
Dear Madam, yes please.
It's perfect.
Can we just score?
The greatest gifts of all time? Yeah. Head to your Nordstrom Rack store to score. Great brands, great prices. The greatest gifts of all time.
Now speaking of that, there's another theory about the Sphinx. So I don't know if you've ever heard this, since we're on the subject of ancient Egypt, and I have one more theory with ancient Egypt too before we move on. It's not all going to be about Egypt.
Well, the Sphinx is actually part of the pyramid complex.
So there has been long speculation that there are relics from Atlantis buried under the Sphinx.
Yeah.
Specifically under one of the front paws of the Sphinx. And there's actually been x-rays done of that area, and there are caverns under there. There are, I guess you say, chambers, and no one knows what's inside.
Huh.
Because the Egyptian government will not let anybody dig under those things. It's sacred ground. I mean, so...
And we've never found Atlantis, right?
Well, there's different theories, but not official. So, again, is there some type of ancient technology buried under the Sphinx that we don't know about? Are those legends true? Will it point toward Atlantis? Will it point toward how these pyramids were built? Or some type of other ancient alien civilization? But the fact of the matter is, there is, whatever it means, I don't know. It could just be an empty hole in the ground. Or there is a chamber under the Sphinx, under the paws of the Sphinx.
And also talk about Akhenaten and
Yes.
Nefertiti, because they're the most mysterious. And she was like the most powerful woman in Egypt.
Right?
And she was alongside the pharaoh Akhenaten. This was from 1353 to 1336 BC. And he actually took...
That's right. So that's what finds out from, like the Roman gods, if you will, to Christianity.
He saw a cross in the sky
Right. So that was...
during a war.
That's the old story behind it. The legend of he saw the cross in the sky. He was converted. Now other skeptics would say he just saw the way things were going, that Christianity was becoming popular, so he decided based on politics to make Christianity the religion. But
He also selected the books of the Bible. He took all the powerful women out and made us look like hookers.
so they say. So but we don't know. But what we do know is that, like Constantine, when he did that in 300, it was a big thing. 25
And he established a calendar around Jesus' birth.
Right. So a lot changed during Constantine's reign, or Constantinople, and things like that you hear about, which I believe is modern day. But
I've been there the way. I've been to Russia and Herzegovina, right as its city. So you look at the ruins, some of these things in Turkey.
So why were they going backwards? Is the question. You know,
Yeah.
things like that.
I don't get it.
And how did they have the technology
It
that
was
they
such a
had?
hard life.
So my point being with Kelsey, not to go off track here,
I did. I'm
was
sorry.
no. It was to point out how rare that is, how much of a deal it is when an emperor or a king or a pharaoh moves away from one system to
It
another.
is. Yes.
So that's what Akhenaten did. We moved away from the Egyptian gods of, Osiris and Ra and all these different gods. Where
Well, unless you're Henry VIII, because he just wanted to get a divorce.
Well,
so
that's
he
right.
decided, hey, it's the Church of England.
yes, that's basically why you did what you did. But that's a different story. But so you have Akhenaten who says, no, we're just going to a system of monotheism where it's the sun god.
Right.
And that's when they started worshiping. And the thing that made this interesting to me, and I always find it kind of fascinating with Akhenaten, is when you look at pictures of him, and we'll have different pictures of Akhenaten on our UAP blog you can check out to see what we're talking about. He looks different than anybody else. Well, maybe that could be something ancient tailing. So when you think about that,
He had a big head, right?
a very big, elongated head, elongated jaw, just very big, outstanding facial features that.
And those almondy eyes.
Right, these facial features that you didn't see before in ancient Egyptian, I guess you could say depictions, or anything that we see now. In places in South America or in Africa who would use the planks on the side of babies' heads to elongate around the world, but you weren't seeing it until Akhenaten. So where'd they get that from? And there's even pictures of them and their baby, or forgive me, I don't know who that looked to be, but of the baby with the head elongated. So the theory is Akhenaten went to monotheism because he wanted to worship the sun god, which was essentially the alien god that's that he knew, and introduced that system into ancient Egyptian culture.
By the way, 17 years he spent on the throne, and Akhenaten died of causes unknown. Ooh, I rhymed.
That did rhyme. How about that?
So, by the way, the Anunnaki,
Yes.
they're a bunch of deities of the ancient Sumerians, and they are believed to be the offspring of An and Kai.
Right. But the Anunnaki, right, are a different story where did Akhenaten come from the Anunnaki? Or you're talking about a whole separate alien civilization that was living in Egypt?
Because it was at the same time, yeah, 2350, 2150.
Did they have a hand in the building of the pyramids? So these are all questions that are so mysterious and probably will never be found out, quite honestly, that we're going to be theorizing about forever. Did the Anunnaki, this possible alien civilization, have a hand in the pyramids? Was Akhenaten, what did he learn from them? And who were they?
And
Were
they were
the
before him,
aliens?
because then he was on the throne
Right.
in 1349.
So did he, was he descended from them, so they say? And so there's just so many questions, Karen, of these ancient civilizations that are very fascinating because it makes you wonder. You have all these names and all these depictions and record. Fair enough. Close.
The god of air and
So, what was changing their belief system? Because you think about it, just go back into sort of modern times, go back 2,000 years. What changed the belief system of Jews and pagans? It was Jesus, right? Jesus comes
Yes.
to earth, you start Christianity, that changed the belief system. So what was changing? It had to be something tangible. It had to be something significant for them to change a belief system in ancient Egypt. What was going on?
text and written down history than Jesus.
Right.
Sumerians believed that until Enlil was born, you had the heaven and earth inseparable, and that he left heaven and earth in two and carried away the earth while his father An carried away the sky. So he was sent to earth to search for life-saving gold.
Right.
That's what we've been talking about. These ancient astronauts from the planet Nibiru
Oh, yes.
created the first humans as slaves to mine the gold.
So that's, one of those ancient alien theories. Now, again, that kind of goes when you start talking about creating the first humans. Now you're talking about which one is true. Are you
The
talking
missing
about,
link?
Well, are we talking about, are the Anunnaki God? We start getting into some muddy waters, if God created humans, how are the Anunnaki created humans? So there's a lot of muddy waters there, kind of on track.
Parasite.
Right now. But it's
Being a good Christian.
yes,
But did you know that
Parasite.
Significance are found in the bread.
You're
Irish call them fairy baths. Germans call them holy lines. Jews call them the secret roads of Hermes. And the Chinese call them dragon currents.
So all of these, and this is why we're so fascinating. You have all these different cultures. Look at all the cultures. Greeks, the Germans, the Irish, the Chinese, and they all
We all believe.
and they all knew about the ley lines, and they all had different names for them, and specific uses for them, but they all believed in
And all at the same time, people are building pyramids, they're building structures that are similar to other structures
sure.
we're talking about this inside the world that are also on a landmark.
It's mystified.
gonna do it.
You have Easter Island, which is on the other side of the earth.
And it's an island.
This island away from ancient Egypt, and you're building these giant stone structures that line up with each other.
Yeah.
Not to mention Stonehenge and all the other 4,000 sites we talked about that all line up perfectly in this geometric circle on all these different ley lines and all connected. How and why is that happening? What did they know that we have decided to ignore or just not find out for ourselves?
And the
I wasn't
Nazca
sure
lines,
if you
it's a
needed
group of
cigarettes,
very
but,
large geoglyphs
getting
made in the
this
soil
one.
in the Nazca
You're
Desert
still on
in
here.
Peru. And so
I don't know if you're still on here.
500 BC to 580, and the people just scraped away the surface soil on the desert floor, and apparently the soil underneath it's bigger.
I'll be back in. Radio. Are you on there? Is that you, Parasite? I don't know if he's just on there and his phone's just sitting or what. Answering. Sure if you needed your cigarettes or what. The lady's like, long time no see. I'm like, I knew. I think the last time I saw her was Halloween. Oh, I hate this video. It's chilly. Oh, I can't park there. Wayne. Garbage cans are right there. There we go. Now to bring all the stuff in. Goodness. Gather up my stuff. Alright, everybody. Bye.